Alright guys, I want to talk to you about after you've been sworn in, scratched in, received your settle. The next process is to receive your spiritual Nganga, which you see here, one that is completely bare, because it hasn't been built yet. But the spiritual Nganga comes in these big, heavy iron spiritual cauldrons. These things weigh about 45 to about 50 pounds. Now, when you receive your spiritual Nganga, it's going to be in this. Now, depending on what branch or system you come from, whether it's Molongo, Palamonte, Kimbisa, Mayambe, Guimba, and so on, because there's so many branches out there. All the spiritual cauldrons are going to be built totally different. I've seen them, I've seen so many different spiritual cauldrons out there that's unbelievable. That's some that work for the good, some that in between the good and bad. And then there's some that we call Ndoki and Kisis that just only built to cause harm to people. Yeah, one of the most wicked spiritual Ngangas I ever seen had a big old, like a 2-foot cross, and it wasn't a crucifix. It was a crucifix, but it didn't have a Jesus on it. It had a demon on it. And that spiritual cauldron was called Jesus Negro, Black Jesus. So that particular one was strictly to really mess up people. Mess them up, cause some really mega harm into people's lives and destroy them and take them out. Believe me, to take them out. People use them to kill people, straight out. Not gonna lie, not gonna shit you. There's some people that are out there that are just pure evil, And that's why I always say in some of my videos, when you're out and about, respect each other, be kind to each other, because you never know when you come across a person that does this type of magical work. And you don't want them to remember you in their mind. They can go home and draw a picture of you and then start working to destroy you. It's that freaking easy. Yep. So, all right, back to the spiritual cauldron. It's going to have many different types of herbs. It's going to have different sticks, what we call palos, from different trees to give it the magical power. It's going to have animals, sacrifice animals in it. It's going to have snakes, it's going to have birds, it's going to have insects. It's going to have all kinds of critters in it. And, it's going to have your fumbi. Since I am Mayambe, we work with mapungos. Mapungos are different. So have your mapungo, you'll have your fumbi. And then later off in life, there's going to be other entities that are in this thing as well. One thing I like to say is that you'll have a spiritual sign, which we call FEMA, painted in the inside before the process of getting started, of this thing getting built. You'll have the FEMA if you're in Pongo right here in the front of it. Most important thing I like to talk to is the magical eye must have the impaka, which we call the impaka. We use that magical eye. And basically what it is, let me show you, like this one. It's an American buffalo horn that we make the magical eye called the impaka. Okay, this is real important that you receive this with your spiritual cauldron, because there's a lot of secrets that go in this thing. And then it's covered up here with the mirror. It's sealed with a mirror. And we use this to see things. So say like if there's somebody that interests us and we're kind of like, that we want to know what they're doing, we can use that magical eye, the Impanga. And also, too, it's like the mini version of the Nanganga. So whenever you're not able to, I guess your spiritual cauldron stays in one place. And let's say you need to go to the woods, or let's say you need to go to a different city, a different state to do some spiritual work. Well, you're gonna take your impaka with you, because that's the mini version of your Nganga. So there are other things you'll take with you from the Nganga, but the main thing is the impaka and your lucero. So that you gotta make sure you get that, because without that, that spiritual cauldron is incomplete. So there are many rules, many things that you'll go by that your Badina would teach you about your spiritual cauldron. There's a lot of different things that you'll do as far as spiritual work. Your Badina would teach you how to salute your Nganga. One thing is real crucial and really important, that at absolutely in no time does it come in contact with human blood. Okay? Because if it does, then you're fucked. So if you have so much of a paper cut on your finger, you're bleeding from a pimple by accident, I do recommend you stay away until the wounds are healed. Especially if you got clients. I always ask my clients, straight out. I go, I need to make sure before I don't let them even get near the spiritual Ganga. But you never know. People are crazy and they'll lunge at it or try to touch it. People don't always, stick to the rules. And so I tell them straight out, I go, if you're bleeding, I'm not going to do anything. You're bleeding from anywhere. Any kind of little cut. No. It's kind of like when you receive el agua. Okay, el agua doesn't like it when women are in their cycle. Yeah. That's one thing. When I do spiritual work with el agua, with Santo, I tell the women, I go, the first thing I have to know before you go in the room with el agua, are you on your cycle? Because he does not like it. So yeah, there's so many different roles and so many different things in Mayambe and Santeria. We call it Lokumi, Ocha. So yeah, it's real crucial that you must pay attention and you must follow the rules to the T, because if you don't, it can mess you up really bad and it'd be real hard to get back in track. So spiritual Nganga, that's what it is. I'm making these videos for people that don't know, who are totally clueless about this magic, Congo magic. I'm making these videos for people that, have absolutely no clue when they're in the real world as they're growing up. 80% of these people out here are doing some kind of spiritual work. They're doing some black magic, white magic, pagan, Wiccan, golondismo, brujeria, hechiceria. The real life people, when you go out in this world and you go to your job, there'll be some of your employees, they're doing all kinds of stuff, They do it to each other, they do it to the bosses, they do it, they're hateful. People are hateful and envious and jealous. And you got to realize that, this does exist. This does work. People out there, you can walk outside and be kind to everybody. And people would just flat ass hate you. They hate your guts. They want you, they try to get you fired. They don't like the way you dress. They don't like because you have a nice car. Those are the most envious and jealous bastards out there in the world, or adults. So, I make these little videos for the people who really don't know what's out there in the world. This is not for intermediate. This is not for the advanced people in the magic. This is for people who are totally clueless and for beginners. So, if you find this video really interesting, please hit that like button. I like to remind people in the world, Lega de la Oche, Lupumi, La Santeria. It's September, so the birthdays are coming up. September 7th, Yamaya. A lot of people go to the ocean and do their ceremonies over there. Celebrate Yamaya. September 8th is Old Chun, the rivers. The goddess is the sweet rivers and money. And then, what do we got left? Oh, September 24th. All right. My guardian angel, Baba Fururu. Oh, Badala. Yeah. Big time. Yeah, it's another big day to celebrate Orishas. And then you got what? December 4th is Chango. Oh, another one. December 17th. San Lázaro. Babaluale. Yeah, I got many Orisha birthdays coming up, so most of us will be really busy. So thank you and enjoy your day. God bless you.